I hope you guys are doing good today. Uh, Welcome to the today's video as well. So today we are going to talk about something called the cascade failure, circuit breaking, and all those things. So basically, like yesterday night, we found some weird issues in my environment, and we identified a lot of services have started failing. And we dig deep, and we identified this is a part of cascade failure, and this is also known as called as circuit breaking. And we did a lot of code optimization, and we want to explore more about it and want to let you know this kind of issues. And without wasting any time, just get into the video. Thank you so much. As a DevOps engineer, we do configure too many things and we do build a lot of things. We create VMs, we do have images, we configure containers and we orchestrate it, and we create a lot of load balancers, DNS, edge computing layer, cache, DB. Whether it is a SQL or no SQL, it's up to them. We do a lot of things, right? And we have certain principles. What is the principle? And we built whatever we built, it has to be reliable and it has to be resilient. So if something goes down, automatically there should be some failover. If something not working properly, there should be something and another backup or replica should has to be there. There should be a replication factor. And same as like we do too many automations as well. Your code has a bug. There are a lot of exceptions, no timed out, no error limit, and it is creating a lot of dependence failure. Okay, let me put this in a clear picture. Service A, and we have service B and service C. Service A has a bug, okay, and it has a lot of errors running on the logs. Service B and service C, it does not have error limit and no time limit has been configured. Basically, no timeout. So service B and service C, it has a dependency. Service B calls service A to get some data. Service C will call service B to get some data. If service B don't have a data, service C will keep on calling service B, and service B will keep on calling service A. So if one particular service has an issue, it will create a cascade failures on service B and service C. So to address this kind of issue, we have to implement something called circuit breaking. So we will discuss more about circuit breaking now. Okay, so what is circuit breaking? Circuit breaking is a software design pattern that is used to improve the resilience of distributed systems. It is used to prevent the failure in one part of system from cascading and causing failure in another part of system. The basic idea behind circuit breaking is to detect when system or service is failing or experiencing unusual high level of traffic, and then to temporarily stop sending requests to that service until it is able to recover. This prevents the system from becoming overwhelmed and help to ensure that other part of system can continue to function normally. Circuit breaking can be implemented in a varieties of ways, but the basic approach is to use a monitoring mechanism to detect when service is failing or experiencing problem, and then to use circuit breaker component to temporarily stop sending requests to that service. The circuit breaker can then periodically attempt to reconnect to the service to check if it has recovered and can resume normal operation once the service is failing normally again. Circuit breaking is a commonly used in microservice architecture where failure in one service can quickly impact other service in the system. By using a circuit breaking, developer can build more resilient fault tolerant system that are better to able handle failure and maintain uptime. We do have different approaches to handle this kind of circuit breaking. The first one is all about timed out based circuit breaking. So, in this approach, a timeout is set for each request, and if the response is not received within the time period, the circuit breaker opens and stops sending requests to the service. This approach is simple and effective, but it may not work well if service is just slow instead of completely down. Second approach is all about error threshold circuit breaking. So in this approach, circuit breaker counts the number of error written by a service over a set period of time. And if the number of error exceeds a certain threshold, the circuit breaker opens and stops sending requests to the service. This approach works well for the service that returns error when they are overloaded or experiencing problem, but it may not work well for service that do not return errors. Health checking circuit breaker. Okay, in this approach, the circuit breaker periodically send health check request to the service to determine if it is healthy and functioning properly. If the service does not respond to the health check request, the circuit breaker open and stop sending requests to the service. So this approach is reliable and effective, but it requires an additional overhead to implement the health check. Okay, the final one is all about hybrid circuit breaking. So, in this approach, the multiple approaches are combined to provide a more robust and reliable circuit breaking mechanism. For example, a hybrid approach may use a timed out based circuit breaker for quick response time and health check based circuit breaker for long term monitoring. So, these are the popular approaches that it used for the circuit breaking. Okay, now let's talk about something on the frameworks. So there are some more popular frameworks are available to implement the circuit breaking. The first one is all about Netflix Hystrix. Hystrix is a popular open source library developed by Netflix that provides circuit breaking, fallback, bulkhead patterns. So it is widely used in microservice architecture and integrate with popular Java frameworks such as Spring and Drop Wizard. Resilience 4J is a lightweight fault tolerance library for Java that provides circuit breaking, retry, rate limiting, other resilience pattern. So it has popular architecture and support integration with popular Java frameworks such as Spring Boot. Istio. Istio is popular service mesh platform that provides circuit breaking, traffic management, other service level feature for microservice. So it is based on Envoy proxy and support multiple programming languages and frameworks. Last one we are going to talk about Envoy. Envoy is high performance proxy server that provides advanced features such as circuit breaking, load balancing, service discovery for exclusive for microservice. It is widely used in service mesh platforms such as Istio, Linkerd. So that's all I have guys for today. I hope you might have enjoyed on today's video. We'll see you on the next lecture. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe it.